Hello and welcome back to Talladega Motor Speedway, site to the final race of the NRSL Hooters Series for season number 3, the S3R36 here at Talladega. And on the front row today is Henry Powers and Mary Shelley. Row 2 sees Chris Washer and Matthew Marias. Row 3, Sam Young and Ben Newworth. Sam Young looking for his first top 5 of the year. Maxwell Chan and Jonathan Zorline make up row number 4. And Sky Commons and the first of our 4 chasers today, Time Pollard, makes up row number 5. Here's the rest of your starting grid. And the 4 drivers that will contend for the title: Alex May, Charles Sandfer, Time Pollard, and Stephen Pollard III. As you see, there's Charles Sandfer right there. Stephen Pollard III will roll off from the 26th position, I think is what it was, and Alex May from 27th. Charles Sandfer will be rolling off from the 18th position. We saw yesterday that it was tricky to pass a little bit. Will we see any different today? That is going to be the question. Time Pollard has already locked up Rookie of the Year, as was mentioned last week. The battle for 5th looks like it will come down to Kyle Matthews and Max Newworth. Preston Pollard has an outside shot, 106 points back.
Drivers, start your engines!
So the engines have been fired. I just realized I was going to do this again, because why not? I thought it went pretty well, as there's problems for the pole sitter. Drama at Talladega already, as it was Henry Powers who did not get rolling. You see him there on pit lane. Great camera work there. So with that, the onboards that we'll carry, well, we'll start with Alex May carrying the Coast Guard onboard. Or actually the, never mind, yeah, the Coast Guard onboard. Stephen Pollard III will carry the Mountain Dew onboard camera. Charles Sandfer, the Dodge onboard camera. And finally, Time Pollard, the Chevy onboard cameras. We've got 3 Chevys and 2... we have 3 Chevys and 1 Dodge to fight it out for the title here. And because of that, Matthew Marias inherits the pole position for today's race, as we've got 41 cars currently set to take the green at least. We're going to try and see if Henry Powers is going to get rolling here. At some point, we're going to check back in a little constantly on that. Most likely going to end up being something like a battery or something, I would imagine. Either way, pace car pulls off, leaving the field under control. The Sport Clip Chevy alongside is Mary Shelley, the Harris Chevrolet. Couple of Fords make up row number 2. And the first Dodge in the field, I have no clue where they're starting. Kyle Matthews is in the Chevy this week. It looks like the first Dodge is going to be Chris Louvier back there in the 16th position. Either way, the green flag is out for the S3R36 here at Talladega. Sky Commons quick to make it 3 wide already. Time Pollard unable to get to the inside line so far, as the field still getting up to speed, just getting into 4th gear. Right now, power still being, I think, towed back to the pit lane is what's going on there. Whoops, wrong button. So Marias currently leads. Mary Shelley with a bit of a gap back to her drafting help of Chris Washer right now. Time Pollard up to the outside, 3 wide. And they're 4 wide behind him. Almost 4 wide. Now they were looking for. Louvier gets out of it, I think. Or Alex May does, one or the other. Alex May is in the middle of that 4 wide. And Matthew Marias leads lap 1. As Alex May now passes the 04, they are 4 wide, right around Alex May's car down the back straightaway. Zorline's in the middle of it. Chris Washer leaning on each other right now down the back straightaway. Stephen Pollard III's right behind it. If something happens right now, 3 of the 4 chasers would be having to work their way through it. Matthew Morales continues to lead. They are still 4 wide as they come through the tri-oval now for the for the end of lap 2. Couldn't think of what I wanted to say there. Jerry Shelley now makes the move. As Zorline's now inside of Kyle Collins, they're still 4 wide, 2 rows deep. Now make it 3 rows of 4 as Chris Louvier goes to the middle. This can only end probably one way. And they're wrecking! Zach Kreller saved it. Track is blocked. There's the 9 car working his way through it. He gets damage from the 6. Charles Sandfer with damage. Field racing back to the caution. It'll be Jerry Shelley leading over Matthew Marias, Stephen Pollard III, and Alex May in no particular order. Oh, don't lean, don't lean, don't lean. Now just don't wreck. Please don't wreck. Please don't wreck. Looks like these guys are going to be good. Is Wash going to get slowed up is going to be the question. I think he'll be good. Time Pollard looks to possibly have damage in the 04 car. So we might be down 2 drivers. But the damage looks very light as Henry Powers is back out there but coasting. So problems continuing for the 90 as the car wouldn't fire up on the start and now it's only going 40 miles an hour. Meanwhile, looks like Zach Kreller's going to pit. Charles Sandfer will also pit in the 9 car. Time Pollard's going to stick out there with his damage. So let's go ahead and take a look back at what happened to bring out the caution and how bad the damage is for the 9 and the 04. And we're back. Only good camera angle we're really going to be able to have of this wreck is from the helicopter and or I should say the blimp basically. Kyle Matthews, Chris Louvier, Preston Plord it looks like. All slid up. Chris Washer goes around Seth Cole. Time Pollard gets a little bit of the 38 car driving through it. There's Charles Sandfer right in the middle. Jay Stella gets turned around, gets into the 04. So more damage for Time Pollard now. There's William Duncan, which kind of confirms it was the 16. 60 though went around as well. And then Charles Sandfer's going to clip the 6 car right there. Same for Jeff James. So with that, let's go ahead and take the onboards of the 9 and the 04, see what they saw going through it. Onboard Charles Sandfer, you see Time Pollard just in front of him. There's even contact back there with the 19 and the 04. Onboard Time Pollard. Contact doesn't seem that severe, but we've seen lighter hits actually be able to cause a lot more damage. Going to be interesting to see how Time Pollard and Charles Sandfer can keep up in the draft or not. Let's go back to the green flag. And we are back. Jerry Shelley is the leader. We did not lose any chasers. Only retirees under the caution, Jay Stella and William Duncan. Henry Powers is back out there. He's 3 laps down currently. Matthew Morais is second. Chasers Stephen Pollard III and Alex May run third and fourth, respectfully. Jordan Davis, looking for his first top 5 of the year, runs fifth. Brian Patterson, Matt Balding, Mason Neal, Jonathan Zorline, and Matt Duncan round out the top 10. Looking through the rest of the field here as we look for the other 2 chasers, the 04 and the 9. There's Time Pollard running 28th. Matt Dixon there in 30th. Good run for them right now. Well, not so good, I guess, really. And Charles Sandfer in 34th, but still running. That's the key. Still running. Problem is for Sandfer, he's going to have to get around some lap cars. And actually, that's... well, that was weird. Let's watch to see... oh, they're getting spaced out back here. Let's watch to see the 9. We're going to go on board with Charles Sandfer here on this restart. Oh, that could be a problem. I thought Charles Sandfer was actually going to at least have more pace than the 60. Looks like might have been some engine damage to the 9 with that hit from to William Duncan. That might have been why they actually pit the car, and you see that car is off the pace. So Charles Sandfer's title hopes look to be dashed. How about the 04 Time Pollard? What does his situation look like now? Well, he's behind the 2 car, but wow, that was a bad frame drop. I'm sorry. He's behind the 2 car, but at least up to some sort of speed. So if something happens up front, maybe. But it looks like it's going to be a 2-car fight between Stephen Pollard III and Alex May. Speaking of which, they're going to be side by side as Alex May has no help. Henry Powers looking to get 1 of 3 laps back right now in front of the pack. Pollard is side by side with May down the back straightaway now. So Stephen Pollard III to the top running chaser. Matt Balding to the front of the field now. And so we look at the back. Jeff James is only 167. Charles Sandfer maxing 170. The pack at 186 plus basically. Maxwell Chan at 182. Matthews off the pace. So too is Chris Louvier. Mason Powers in the pack. Seth Cole. There's Time Pollard. So let's take a look at what his speed's going to be. Can he get into this pack? Damage to the right side. They decide not to pit and fix that damage, which is kind of shocking to me. Sounds like there's a wreck. There is! Johnny Gardner, Alex May, and Stephen Pollard III are all in it! And flipping down the back straightaways, Card Pollard and Henry Powers! Oh my! Horrendous crash at the end of the... oh my! Not even at the end. That's just a... oh my! Well... Kyle's gotten his wish. Damage to all 4 chasers. As we are under the caution flag. And Kyle Collins is the leader. Gonna have to look at the back because this might cause a stack up too with where the leaders are. I'm looking at Alex May. Alex May, look out. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Oh, Steven. Oh, shoo. That was close. Is Sandfer gonna plow into the back of the 41? He somehow got ahead of Time Pollard and all that. but a horrific crash has just transpired here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Let's go back and take a look at what happened. And we're back staggered 4 wide down the back straightaway. It's going to be Johnny Gardner, Matthew Marias making contact, a couple of the rookies. They go right up into Henry Powers. There's Matt Duncan getting involved. Henry Powers still gets hit again. Alex May is going to clip the 34, who clips the 18 right back up into the 57. But it's then Ben Neuwirth who hits the 90. Card Pollard gets into the 83, who then gets hit by the 42 to send him up and over. Colliding with the 90 sends him up and over. Card Pollard goes up and over the 42 car. Cosmic Nova, Zach Kreller there. Time Pollard spins the 29 out. There were skid marks in turn 3 and just, oh my. A very horrendous crash here for, oh, and there was another wreck. Okay, Matt Dixon. And who's gonna be the one that hits Matt Dixon? Oh, Kyle Matthews gets the 04. Chris Louvier then hits the 88. And both of the white and black cars there just casually keep on going. And Charles Sandfer with the engine damage just drives straight through all of it. After it's happened, obviously. So, with that, let's go ahead and take a couple of the onboards here. We've got all but Charles Sandfer's really that is valuable here. Onboard, Alex May. Onboard, Stephen Pollard III, who also had the bumper cams, both front and rear. Oh my. Let's go back to the restart. And we are back. Henry Powers has been transported to the local hospital. We'll not have a probably further update at any point during this race. Cosmic Nova, Card Pollard, Ben Neuwirth, and Johnny Gardner also retirees. Card Pollard, I'm not sure what the status is on him. Kyle Collins is the leader of the Sky Commons. Jessica Shelton, Jonathan Zorline, Jake Baskinger, Dylan Young, Matt Balding, Mason Neal, Dylan Thoreau, and Jerry Shelley, the top 10. Looking for the chasers right now. Alex May is in 20th. Right now the leading chaser. Stephen Pollard III with hood damage in 25th. Charles Sandfer with engine damage is in 29th. And Time Pollard now with even more damage is in 33rd. As a little bit of a disagreement there between Seth Cole and Charles Sandfer on who's supposed to be where, I guess. Either way, we'll watch the restart for the lead here, I guess. Because I'm unsure where there's going to... I don't know how much up to speed any of the 4 chasers are going to be now. I kind of fully expected to have some sort of craziness like this happen. Jonathan Zorline looking for his first win of the season in that 77 car. Has his teammate right up there. The green flag's back out. We're underway once again. Jessica Shelton makes a quick move for second. Jeff James has the engine damage. He's in 35th. Whoa, nearly contact between Mason Powers and Matt Dixon as Stephen Pollard III is now off the pace in the 57. He's even slower than Jeff James. Maybe. Yeah, he's slower than Jeff James now. Time Pollard still quicker than Charles Sandfer despite his couple of incidents. And it looks like Alex May is going to be able to coast to a championship win in the Hooters series. Meanwhile, up front, Jonathan Zorline now going for the lead on Jessica Shelton, who got it from Kyle Collins, I would probably think down the back straightaway. Zorline, though, scored the race leader. I don't think we've got enough cars left to wreck, in all honesty. Looks like it's going to be a... I don't know how many car lead draft. Alex May now out in front of a pack in what will be 18th position, it looks like. He got ahead of Jordan Davis, who has heavy left side damage. Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out about how big this lead draft is. It's at least 10 cars. Hiroshi Kazuyoshi leading a pack with Sam Young, Chris Washer, and Matt Duncan. Looks like Brian Patterson might have been holding him up. He's off the pace, it looks like, with right side damage. And it's a 12-car lead pack right here. Oh no, 4 wide. Oh no, 4 wide. Jerry Shelley, Matt Balding, Jake Baskinger are gonna, I think, lift down that back straightaway. Contact between the 23 and the 11 down the back. Remember how I said I don't think we have enough cars to wreck? Well, turns out I was wrong. We do have enough cars to wreck. It's just a matter of if they're going to. Dylan Young outside of 4 wide now. Here comes Sam Young. He got around the 0. Make it a 14-car lead pack now. As the 06 of Sam Young, the 0 of Hiroshi Kazuyoshi now back in this pack. As Zorline leads with 2 laps to go in the NRSL Hooters Series Season 3. Kyle Collins now to 2nd. Zorline down the back straightaway for the next to last time. Kyle Collins unable to make a move just yet down the back straightaway. Here comes Sky Commons and Jessica Shelton, 3rd and 4th now. Been a tough year for Shelton, 0 wins so far, I believe, this season. In a title defense of her own, basically. Here comes Kyle Collins now. They'll be side by side for the lead. Coming to the white flag. Preston Pollard with issues, the 16 car. As they come to the white, the 16 loses power. That will make it just a 9-car lead pack as Sky Commons goes to the lead. Matt Balding makes the move down the back straightaway. Does Baskinger make it 3 wide? Not quite. He'll have one opportunity off of turn number 4. Not going to be able to get there. It'll be Matt Balding who goes to victory lane. Sam Young's going to get a top 5. Balding wins the Aaron's 312 at Talladega, ending the year off in fashion. And it will be Alex May who wins the Season 3 title. In the 20th position. Time Pollard's going to finish 2nd in the championship. Charles Sandfer with engine damage 3rd. And go figure that just coincidentally what it will end up being is that the person who would have won the title had there been no chase at all whatsoever, Alex May wins it. But Sam Young, also the story, gets his first top 5 of the year, and it comes at the season-ending round. Matt Balding with his first career win. Jake Baskinger, Sam Young, Kazuyoshi, Jessica Shelton, Sky Commons, Jerry Shelley, Jonathan Zorline,